Hi, everybody. I am back from having my procedure done. I had a port put in so that they can access my circulatory system to draw blood and give me my meds, my chemo and stuff. So yesterday was chemo, and that went really well. Very long day. Had to sit and wait for a very long time. The chairs in the chemo room have butt heaters, and they give you a warm blanket. And I took food. I take my lunchbox, and I had food for me, knowing it was going to be a long day. And come to find out, I didn't need it. They had sandwiches and chips and cookies and ice cream, and I don't know all of what they've got, but it's all hospital food. But it was good. It was nice not to. Now I know when I go, I don't have to take food with me, so that's kind of cool. The ladies there, there was one volunteer who was giving out the food and stuff. She's been volunteering there every Thursday for 6 years, and the smile and the joy on her face is just. It reminds me of exactly why I volunteer and give to others, because of the joy that I get back from God. It's when we give away what He gives us, the love and the compassion and the grace and the comfort and all those things, we get, he just fills us up some more. And I really see it in her face. She's just lit up in her face. It was just wonderful. So yesterday went pretty good. It was a long day. I didn't really feel sick, no nausea, no nothing for my first time. They did start me out with some nausea medication just in case. So that all went really well. Ow, ow. Unlike today. Today was a little, started out okay. I went, and my friend Peggy, she took me. She's the woman, the lady whose house I'm living in. She's ex-nurse, very very loving person, and so things worked out that she got to take me, and so it was really nice having someone there. While I was waiting, of course I couldn't drive home, but while I was waiting for to get put into the room after they put the IV in me. So now I've had an IV in both hands this week. So I've double poked. But it was really fun there for a while, because the nurse had a really good sense of humor and why she was doing that. I brought up the fact that, when you go into a hospital and you see all these different nurses and everybody is checking your vitals, doing this, doing that and stuff, and they're always asking you, how are you? It's, hi, how are you? And it's like, I'm in a hospital. I've got an IV in my hand. You're going to put something in my neck. I'm in chemotherapy. How do you think I am? It just kind of, I made a huge joke about it, and it was really kind of funny because, I was telling her, I'm like, I hate it when people ask me that question constantly when you go into that type of situation. It's obvious I'm not doing all that well. And if you want an honest answer, you shouldn't be asking, you should be phrasing it a bit different. Because most patients and most people in most situations, when they're asked by a stranger, how are you? It's, oh, I'm fine. Everything's good, no matter how bad your day is going or how bad things are happening in your life. So I made a big joke out of it, and I told her, I said, what you ought to be doing is you ought to be, when you introduce yourself, is, hi, I'm Robin. I really hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, let me know what I can do to help you to have a better day, instead of asking how I'm doing, because obviously I'm in hospital. I'm not doing all that well. So it was, we laughed about that for probably about 20 minutes. And the nurse was like, you got a good point. So that was good. We had a lot of good laughs. It was nice. Then they wheeled me back into the staging area for the procedure, and I sat there and waited and tried to lighten the moods once again with some humor, and it didn't go over quite so well. But I sat there for a little while, not too awfully long. But what was really frustrating about the whole thing was when I got into the operating room. They got me over onto the operating table, and I'm laying there, and I'm flat on my back straight. They put something under my knee so that my knee wouldn't bother me, which was nice, but I just laid there while it took about 20 minutes for them to set everything up, and then they scrubbed me and put up the tent and everything else, and all during that time it was just kind of, it was disconcerting that I felt like I was just this like cadaver on the table they were getting ready to cut up, and I wasn't alive. I was just another procedure, which, I know they do a lot of them, and I know that's kind of get into the routine like that, but it was scary. I ended up, she was scrubbing me, and they put the tent on me, and anxiety hit, and I started crying, and then I was awake the whole time, kind of in and out. There was time when they weren't pushing or pulling on me or anything like that, and I actually kind of relaxed a little bit, but I was pretty tense the whole time. And so, believe it or not, I actually thought, because nobody had explained to me just how invasive this would be, I actually thought I'd be going to work this afternoon. I figured, it's no big deal. They're not going to be putting me out. I can handle that. I'm going to go to work. Well, I'm not even so sure I can go to work tomorrow. If you notice, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is it. And the port's right here, and then I've got all this tape running here, and it's like trying to turn it. It just pulls real heavy. It hurts every time I swallow, and it hurts like in here. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But I don't think I'm going to go to work tomorrow either, because I could be on the phone and driving there. As hard as it is going to be financially, I know God's going to provide, and I'm just going to have to take the time off. And I know there's more time coming that this is going to happen. And I just resist it because I have, I've got obligations like all of us. And it is very hard to take this time off. So,
Robin, can I refresh your drink?
Sure. Yeah, thank you, Peggy.
I might bring it down instead of trying to get your glass.
Okay, that would be good, because I am taping right now as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, this is a little more invasive than I expected. I think I'm going to be down for a little bit with this. Not exactly sure why, but I just don't feel that it's right. So, so the next step is I have they slid in a brain MRI on me for this coming Wednesday, so I'll have that coming up, and then my next treatment on Thursday, which should be a lot shorter. I don't have to talk to the doctors. They say it should be only 2 hours. But the nurse that was there says my particular cocktail is just takes a long time to make for some reason. Excuse me. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm going to take a little time off. And I do want to thank everybody for their prayers, for sharing this, and just keep praising God for the cure. Thanks. Bye.